Hey guys, it's Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. We're going to continue our look at Estranged today by Guns N' Roses. In this one, we're going to take a look at Slash's first main guitar solo. But we're also going to check out the third section of verse melodies. So we're going to look at that first, since it happens first in the song. It's just after the 3-minute mark in the song. So we're going to take care of those verse melodies. We're just calling them verse melodies. There's not a lot of verse choruses in this song. And then that main guitar solo that I just played happens around the 6-minute mark. So let's first start. We're still tuned down a half step here. So let's start with this verse melody here. Alright, so it's very similar to a lot of things we did in the first video, where we took care of a lot of these, the first two basically verse melody sections. Alright, but we're going to start this time with a step and a half bit at the 15th fret on the high E. And then that same melody as before. Now what's going to separate this section now is most of the time after that first bend, whenever you're doing a bend of the 13, you're going to grab the 13 on the high E as well. And that right there's where the vocals come in. So coming out of that main melody, right here you're going to grab that 13 on the high E, and then once again, and then release, pull off the 11 on the B, 12 on the G, back to that 11. And now it's back to the vocals. So along with the vocals, we have another bend at 13, grabbing 13 on high E. And then to 12. And just like before, we're going to jump back to the 10th fret and do a whole step bend to match that note. And then we're going to pull off 13, 12 to 11. So far we have this coming out of the and then back to another bend with a high E string as well. Release. Then do the bend again. Now when you grab that 13 on high E, move over to the high E with your third finger. Hit that note. And then bend it up a whole step. And then we have 13, 12 on the high E to 13 on the B. Alright, so it's a lot shorter than the previous verse melodies. Alright, so now let's get to that main guitar solo. It happens about the 6-minute mark in the song. And I played it at the beginning of the video. So this first phrase is going to sound like this. Alright, so that's 5th fret on the G. Hammer 5-7 on the D. Then hammer 5-7, pull back off to 5 on the G. Now we're going to hit that 5 again with a whole step bend, but we're going to hit a slight pinch harmonic on it. And then pick it again. So far we have this. Alright, next phrase. Alright, right, so I'm trying not to get too much going here. There's a kind of a big lick coming up there. So we are gonna start the same way that we did the previous phrase. Then we're gonna grab 8 on the beat, and then you're gonna do kind of a little oblique bend. That 8, then bend the 7th on the G and release. And then we have this little legato lick. So that's doing the hammer from 5 to 7 on the G again. Pull back off. Then slide down to 4. Then hammer 5 and pull back off to 4. Over to 5 on the D. Back to 4 on the G. Back to 5 on the D. And then you're going to do a quick bend there at the 5th fret on the D. And then you can play 3, 5 on the D, to 5 on the A, to 3 on the D. All right, now we have this ascending lick. It sounds like this. All right, so that's going to start with a pull off from 5 to 3 on the D string. Then slide 5 to 7 on the D. Then hammer 5 to 7 on the G. Then you're going to pick 6 on the B and slide it up to 8. Over to 6 on the high E. And then do a couple times between that 8 and that 6 on the high E. And then pick 8 and slide it up to 10 on the B. And then you're going to pick the 8 on the high, slide up to 10, pick 8 on the high E a few times. And then you're going to start doing this. You're going to do a bend at the 11th fret on the B string, hold that bend into an 8th fret, playing the 8th fret again on the high E. So you do that 3 times. So we have this. Next phrase. All right, so from there we're going to hammer 12 to 14 on the G. And then back to the 13th fret here. Hammer 15, pull back off to 13. Then I'll hold that bend there. Release that, so we have this. Do the same little ascending legato phrase we did before, and then that's a bend at the 15th on the high E, on the B string, and then once again grabbing the note on the high E string on the same fret, which is this time the 15th fret, down to 13 on the B, and then do a quick little pull up between 15 and 13. So we have this. All right, now we start this little descending thing, which is the notes he's going to be playing through is simply going to be 15, 13, 12 on the high E, and 15 and 13 on the B, and then he'll come down to the very end and grab 14 on the G. So he's really just going. Doing kind of a random little legato thing, just kind of slow pull-offs and hammer-ons between 15 and 13 on high E, a couple times, and then 12, 13, 12. Come over and grab 15 on the B, go back to the 12. So we have this. So we're just kind of messing around with those notes. Then you do a bend at the 15 on the B string and grab that 15 on the high E. Pick it, release it, pull off the 13, and grab that 14 at the very end. So we have this. Then go back up 13 on the B and bend to the 15th fret and hold that. And then we have a fast little lick that ends the solo. All right, so that lick, you're gonna jump up here to the 19th fret. I'm sorry, that's yeah, that is the 19th. So we have 19, 17, 18, 20. So 19 on the G, and then 17, 18, 20 on the B. And then you're gonna do the pulse that bend at the 18 on the B. So we have this. And then you can play 17 on the D to 17 on the B string. So I slowly let that bend down and then grab those last two notes. All right, so stay tuned. We're going to take a look at that big solo at the end of the next lesson.